was a lot of excitement got generated when they announced that Netflix was going to be doing a live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, we've had live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Don't know if you knew about that. And it was a masterpiece. All of you guys just don't know how to appreciate good art. Of course, I'm kidding. It
the
was
word
garbage.
cinema comes to mind.
It was cinema, as Martin Scorsese would say. And of course, it was terrible. But you know what? Other than HBO, Netflix, who does a terrible job with their original movies, but their original series are often really great. And they announced that they were doing it. And a while ago, we got the cast announcement. We got our first bunch of pictures of the cast. But now they've released actual shots from the show, the live action show. And I got to tell you, now I was late. I admit I was late to the Avatar: The Last Airbender party. I didn't watch it until the pandemic hit. Like the pandemic hit, we were all at home. And I said, you know what? It's about time for me to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I quite enjoyed it. I really got a kick. I liked it more than I did Korra, but that's another debate for another time. But I really did like Avatar: The Last Airbender. And now we got our first bit of pictures. I just gotta tell you, I love them. Let's take a look at some of these. First of all, oh my God. I loved hearing that Daniel Day Kim was going to be playing Fire Lord Oai. I loved hearing it. Look at him. Guys, look at Daniel Day Kim as Fire Lord Oai. Oh my God. That looks so good.
It's fire, baby.
He looks menacing and awesome. Like, similar to the animated in all the right ways, but different from the animated in all the right ways. I just look at this image. Now, granted, let me put this out there. These are just still images, right? I'm only talking about the still images. Maybe the show will suck, but I'm just talking about the still images. And I just think Daniel Day Kim, man, as Ozai looks absolutely phenomenal. All right, let's take a look at this next one that they put out there. The next one we got here is the guy whose announcement of him being in this got me the most excited. The absolute most excited. Uncle Iroh, played by Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. Of course, Mr. Kim from Kim's Convenience. Yeah. And of course, he's in the Star Wars universe right now, in The Mandalorian, and he was just in Ahsoka as well, as an X-Wing captain. But I love Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. He is a major geek boy at heart. He is a good Canadian kid, by the way. And when they announced that he was going to be playing Uncle General Iroh, I got super excited. And when this image came across my screen, I'm like, oh my God, yes. Can you imagine? Look, I'm one of these guys that says, hey, when you do an adaptation, it doesn't have to be 100% like the original material. Actually, it shouldn't be 100% like the original material. You got to put some uniqueness to it. But I'm going to weep if they don't do some iteration of when he's singing the song and you find out the song is about his dead son. Like that. There have been very few moments in an animated TV show that has moved me as emotionally, for those of you who have watched Avatar, as when you realize, like he's going around town singing this song, making kids smile. And then you realize as he's sitting by himself, he's singing the song again, and he pulls out the picture of his dead son. And you're like, and he's singing about Soldier Come Home. I'm getting emotional right now thinking about it. And to see him playing this is going to be stellar. All right, let's move on to the next one here.
All right.
Next one up, we've got, Azula, being played by actress Elizabeth Yu. I think she looks great. Different from the animated stuff, but by the way, I also want to point this out. Maybe this is because we carry Designing Hollywood, and we talk a lot on our channel about costume design. I love the costume designs here. And the costume design on Azula here, I think looks just wonderful. I think that's going to be great. All right, let's move on to the next one. And this is one that a lot of people have been waiting to see. Prince Zuko. I think he just looks bang on. I think he just looks bang on. I think now, I was expecting them to do a little bit more with the burn effect, but I think it's going to be impactful. I think it's going to work. So I really like what I'm seeing. And then I believe finally what we got, Ken Leung as Commander Zhao. If you saw him, you know, he was in that horrible Inhumans show, but he was pretty good. He was also in one of my favorite shows last few years, The Blacklist. Of course, you guys will remember that he popped up in The Force Awakens as well. He's done a lot of stuff. He's great, and I think he's going to be wonderful as Commander Zhao. Anyway, I love the color palette that they've chosen. I think the costume design is bang on. I'm loving the look of the characters. Now, again, if this is a bad script and badly done, all of this stuff that makes these images great isn't going to help the show. I am just talking about the images. But damn it, if these images don't make me excited. I got to tell you, I'm getting pretty stoked for this. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Quip. Guys, good health starts with good habits, and Quip makes taking care of your oral health easy by delivering all the oral care essentials that you need to care for your mouth. They've got an incredible electric toothbrush with timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. Guys, it's my favorite toothbrush I've ever owned. And who likes flossing? I don't, but this water flosser hits all the right spots with gentle or deep cleaning pressure at the touch of a button. But guys, then there was an additional surprise. Quip also supplies mints and gums that are fantastic. Every time you pop one of their new mints, you'll be caring for your mouth inside and out. Bold mint flavor keeps your breath confidently fresh, and you'll get a boost of vitamin D. And their gum prevents cavities and freshens breath when chewed for like 20 minutes after eating. It's sugar-free, is tooth-friendly, and has 0 calories. So guys, if you go to getquip.com/Campea right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, and water flosser. That's your 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water floss at getquip.com/Campea, spelled GETQUIP.com/Campea. Quip, the good habits company. Anyway, Sean, you had a chance to see these first images for Avatar: The Last Airbender. You and I've never talked about this. Did you watch the original Avatar stuff? What do you think about the images we're seeing? What do you think?
So I've seen the first season-ish of the show, watched it with my kids, and then I got distracted. It wasn't that we stopped watching because we didn't enjoy it or weren't interested. There's just a lot of things out there to watch. So I'm somewhat familiar, but the big thing that comes to mind for me is when I remember when they first dropped the first trailer for the movie, and at the time I didn't know the animated show, and I was like, what is this? This looks so goofy and campy and strange. And it just looked off and not believable at all. And you look at these images and they look right. They look like a plausible reality. You don't see it and go, oh yeah, this is just a corny adaptation of an animated show. No, it looks like something that they tried to get it to even just look like, truly look awesome. And so as someone that's by no means an expert, I see them and I go, oh, looks like they're taking this seriously. They're trying to get it right.
You know, it's funny when I look at these, like to your point, when you look at M. Night's Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, right from the trailers, you could tell this is the adaptation of a cartoon, right?
Exactly.
When you look at these images, I'm like, they're trying to make a Game of Thrones out of the Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of mythology. And, that kind of excites me that they're taking that approach. So Ray, you got thoughts on this?
I'm just saying, you guys release images. We should be getting a trailer soon.
You know, but I
right?
normally yes. But the one thing is, I don't think they've put out an actual release date yet, have they? But maybe they'll announce that with a trailer.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying, I need moving pictures to actually give my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just,
that's what you used to say looking at dirty magazines too. Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
And then they gave me video. and then I got a lock on my door.
Teenage years of Ray Aura.
Show took a left turn.
Guys, the question is for you. What do you think about the images we're seeing? I personally think they look really great. It won't necessarily translate into a great show, but at least this is a good start for me. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.